Another week gone by already. My goodness, seems like I was just sitting here. Well, I guess I was just about a week or so ago, but yes. All right, Coach Dave. You see my name's up there, that's how I know that. And Accordion Cool is the name of the show. So today we're back into our countdowns back in the 1960s. Now, the 1960s were really different, shall we say, in the music scene. Of course, I did one show with all those great Latin songs, and also in the 1960s, a lot of groups, a lot of people took older songs, you know, from the 30s and 40s, and sort of redid them. Now, that was one right there, Fly Me to the Moon. That was written in 1954. It was written as a waltz, and it was called In Other Words. 1964, some fellow named Frank, Sinatra got a hold of it. But they did it in 4/4 time, changed the title to Fly Me to the Moon, and had a huge hit on it. So who knows? So that was the first song that really didn't come out of the 60s as far as being written there, but you know, had a big impact. Now, this next one was written in 1940. A fellow named Ricky Nelson. Remember the Nelsons? Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. No, you probably won't if you're under 60. But it was a big TV show, Ozzie and Harriet. And, of course, David and Ricky were the two sons. And Ricky Nelson went on to a singing career after he tragically lost his life in a plane crash. And he did this particular tune, which was written in 1940. Ricky Nelson did in 1963. It's kind of like my theme song. Whenever I walk into a place, the name of the song is Fools Rush In. So, well, you figure it out from there. So, Fools Rush In. Fools rush in. Open up your heart and let this fool rush in. Oh my goodness. Well, we're moving on to our next tune now. Now this song I've probably played a dozen times on this show before. It's a great tune. I play it just about all my live shows. Called Georgia on My Mind, written in 1930 by a gentleman named Hoagy Carmichael. Now, for those of you who aren't really familiar with Hoagy Carmichael, he was sort of a song and dance man. He's an entertainer, and this is such a great tune. You just wouldn't normally think of Hoagy Carmichael as writing this particular tune, but he did, and did a great job on it, and it is, is one of the greatest standards of all time. So he wrote it in 1930, and many people recorded it. 1960, blind piano player named Ray Charles. Big hit on this particular tune. Let me just get the right sound I want here, and that's not it. All right, okay. But anyway, the name of the song is Georgia on My Mind. Ray Charles, 1960. We're going to kind of use a lot of piano in this. So let's see how we go. All right, here we go. Georgia, Georgia, On My Mind. Great, great song, great song. Hoagie Carmichael, 1930, of course, the biggest all-time hit. Ray Charles, 1960. Now, this next tune was actually a song written in the 10-year period, 1960 to 1969. However, the song, I've always liked this song, and it kind of sounds like it might have come from the big band era, but nope, written in 1962 and recorded by a group called Ruby and the Romantics. Who? Don't know if they ever did anything else, but this was a pretty big hit for them. It was called Our Day, Yours or Mine, Our Day Will Come. Our day, yours or mine, our day will come. It's a nice little tune. Like I said, it kind of sounds like it should have come out of a different era, but I don't know who wrote it, but Ruby and the Romantics recorded it in 1962. Well, this next one is going back to our old tunes that were redone. This tune was written in 1937. It's called Once in a While. I wish I had a nickel for every time I played this tune through the years. It was re-recorded in 1961. Now here's another group that probably had a one-hit wonder, a group called The Chimes. Who? The Chimes. The Chimes. Never heard of them? Never heard of them since. The Chimes. Once in a While, 1961. So let's see what this one sounds like. once in a while, once in a while. Well, you know, we got a couple of extra minutes here, so maybe we can squeeze in a quick little bonus song. Now, I hadn't even thought about that for today, but there's one song that has really survived, and, you know, since, I believe it was 1934. And this song was written to be part of a movie starring Mae West. And the whole thing fell through. It was written by Rodgers and Hart. So they took the song back, put it on the shelf. And a year later, a fellow walks and says, hey, I've heard about this great tune that you guys got. You know, I'd like to use it, and I think I can make a hit out of it. But one thing, would you mind changing the words and lyrics? Of course, Lorenz Hart was the lyricist. No, sure. New words, new lyrics, gave the tune, the guy, project fell through, back on the shelf. This happened 2 more times. Great song, I think I can make a hit about one, yeah, I know, one little thing, new words and lyrics. Finally it made it, and it is also one of those tunes that has been recorded in the 60s, and even Elvis had a recording. There was a rock band that recorded this. That recording will remain very forgetful. Little tune called Blue Moon. I don't know how many recordings have been made of that tune, but that's certainly an all-time classic, all-time classic. Well, we're getting down near the end of our time, so our last tune is also very interesting. We did a couple of tunes, or a tune actually, made popular by Ray Charles. Of course, he had a lot of big hits in the 60s. Now, this song, actually, it was born, shall we say, in 1958, and he was doing a live show in Chicago or someplace, you know, with his whole group and everything, and they had a whole set list that they were planning on playing. All of a sudden, they ran out of songs, but they didn't run out of time. So Ray Charles says, "Follow me." And it's just basically a blues thing. And he just threw this in, and it went over so well that eventually it was recorded. It was one of the biggest songs played in the 1960s, even though he wrote it in 1958. Little tune called What I Say. What I say, I guess where that phrase comes from, I guess like, you know, the gospel, because he was from the South, and the gospel church, you know, songs in the church, it was like a call and response, and like, you know, what I say, you know, he repeat back to me what I said, so it was well, you know what I mean. Well, you know, we're just about the end of our time, and once again, thank you all for watching, listening, tuning in, however you do get our show. And again, you know what I'm going to say, bring those young'uns in, because they'll never hear this kind of music anywhere else. Oh, wait a minute. No, I think it's good. I think it's good. So, Coach Dave saying, once again, thanks so much for watching, and let's take it home with a little bit of, well, tell you what I say.